Hello everyone, this is a different Villatel one, what no one ever does. I'm Epic Phill and I do videos in Tenerife and Orlando, Florida. And this is obviously the Villatel Orlando Resort, just 30 seconds off the International Drive. And what is this video? It's a tour to show you what is nearby. Now this is something I started to do in Tenerife and I believe is a very clever idea because once you've booked your place, the next thing you want to know is what's near the place. So I'm going to take you for walks in a minute to show you around what I think is nearby, and then you can have an opinion if you want to stay here or not, and then comment below if you think there is enough nearby. Right behind me though, that is security, and I'll explain in a second what that's about. This is actually the normal route in and out, but I would suggest not using, because on the video I'm going to show you different routes to make it quicker. There, as I was alluding to, is security area. That is security. They sit in there. So if you drive in or out in here, they have to let you in. Now, if you have a pass once you've checked in, they will just let you straight in through the gate. If you don't, if you're an Uber or a friend or someone visiting taxis, they will stop you. They will take your credentials down. They need to see your license. They will need to know your registration and why you're here. They will let you in, but that is a security reason. They don't let you in if you don't have all the right credentials to get into this gated community. Now, as I walk you back this way, because as you say, in a second, you're going to see all the different routes. These are the first gates that you can walk in or drive in. The first night, we didn't understand this, and we got taught very quickly, there's a PIN code. I will not be sharing the PIN code, and I'll say throughout the video, I am not sharing the PIN code, because I don't know how much they change it, but you would put a PIN code right there as we come up, and without that PIN code, you ain't getting in. That door is firmly locked. The PIN code's in, and the door is now securely open, and you are in the Villatel Orlando Resort, and as soon as it shuts, it ain't opening. Buttons, look for buttons. But you're inside now the Villatel Orlando Resort. Now let's tour you around the whole place and let you decide if there's enough around here for you. And if you're wondering, is there any more videos? I do have videos out of a 4-bedroom apartment, villa, I should say, 4-bedroom villa, a 3-bedroom condo, what's in the resort as well. So that's 3 different videos already. So I will give you the most in-depth tour. And just for fun, the villa right there is coming in a Halloween house, and I'm going to be touring that as well. So I get into a 6-bedroom. I won't be able to show you properly, but I'll show you they do some themed fun events. So let's get around this resort and let you decide if this is the place for you or not. Okay, so here at the Villatel Orlando Resort, my villa is just literally there, and I'm going to show you one of the routes out of here. I think it will make a bit more sense for you to see different routes that you can actually use. So obviously you've got the apartments over there, that's where the pool area and all that is as well. As I said, now you could walk out the front entrance, what we'll be coming up to in a second, but we're not going that way because I find this route slightly easier. I'm going to go past the haunted house they're building as well. Well, I think it's pretty cool. I have booked us in. As long as everything goes the right way, it opens the day before we fly home, so we will get to experience it. And I think this is a pretty clever idea from the Villatel. As I said, this is a video tour to quickly show you what's around and different routes. So if you see me in different clothes, it has been, as I said before, filmed on different days. So right now you can see they're putting fencing up over here. And that's the side of the road I'm actually crossing to. There is no automobiles coming along, that's very nice. But they're putting fencing that up now, because this villa here is getting a haunted experience for September now. I don't know if it'll still be here the time the video comes out, but for now, this is coming a horror house. think it's going to be really cool. That's why the fencing is going up. They plan to do a lot here, and there will be hopefully a special video on this, so you get all to see it. So anyway, back to the walk. As you can see, we are walking down, straight down, because you could have gone right out of that villa to the front reception area and that to get out of here, but that's not the route I'm taking you on. I find this route a lot easier if you're in the vicinity of areas where I'm staying, or if you're going to be at one of these villas down here. Yeah, again, it's another place that you can look into. Chopper down. So we are literally going to be walking all the way down to the end. While we're walking down here, obviously you can see these are the detached villas, the bigger ones. I wish I could afford, but I can't. It's a shame, really. There may be more of us in the group booking from the beginning. This may have been a different story. We may have been one of the big ones, but you can't win them all. A lottery win would be nice. That would solve a lot of problems. And obviously we've got the normal villas this side as well, the ones we're staying in, the 4-bedroom styles. But as I say, we're walking straight down to the end here. I will show you something that's on the left, but I don't think it's in operation, unfortunately. There's definitely no gate. Sometimes I can see shortcuts in there, but it's just not going to be used. I presume because it's going into more of a public living area where the general public live. So maybe they don't want that open. Look at these big villas, how nice are they? And the bigger villas and that have jacuzzis and that, and I'm not going to show you. I'm not going on the grass to get bit. It's happened too much on this trip. Sorry about that. But we are going to now show you to the left. You can just about see a gate, what doesn't seem to be used, but say there's a lot of people's houses and that there, so I think that's why. So you can't go in and out of that way as far as I can tell, but there's a gate for cars and people walking down this end. Now once you get the gate code for if you're walking, it's the same for every gate around the resort. So once you remember it, you can walk in and out. Obviously I'm not saying it on here, just in case they don't change it for a long time and people watch this and just start sneaking in. So we can't be doing that, can we? So we won't be sharing that information. Villatel, if you ever watch these, if you ever like to invite me back at some point, my birthday's like November time-ish, maybe not this year, but the year after or something like that. If you'd like to invite me back, I'm usually back in September as well. I'd love to stay in one of these resorts, if possible. Don't ask, you don't get. I'd like to try one of the bigger ones and see the changes that are coming to this resort. I'm just going to cross over. So there is a gate here on the right that you can use, but obviously as we're leaving the resort, I'm going to use the one on the left, but there is one on this side as well. As you can see, it's a lovely gated community. And all them sacks are what the cleaners do once people have left. I presume they get picked up eventually. So over there is a dog bin stuff again, so you get your dog bags, let your dogs go to the toilet as long as you clean it up. Always good. I have seen a couple of dogs here lately as well, so that's been pretty nice to see. Now this one is meant to be waving your hand. That has worked, I've heard it. Just push the gate open. The gate obviously will close behind you slowly. But when you want to get back in, you have to put a pin into that there. And as you can see, we're right at the front of the resort now. What will take us out onto International Drive. And I'm quite happy to keep on walking for a few minutes and go left. And I'm going to show you just a couple of things that are very, very close before, and just give you an idea what can tide you over So obviously if you're a first time visitor as well, you'll see the big sign here. Okay, we continue on, and you can see we start coming out to International Drive. Across the road is a petrol station, a Marathon. It is not open 24 hours. Literally 2 minutes down there, there's a 7-Eleven as well. And there's a cheap Mobile one just at the corner, what I believe is 24 hours. So plenty of choices around here. The first stop, where we say hello to our little minions from Universal Studios, will be on the left right here. It is Hash House A Go-Go. Breakfast, lunch and dinners in here. Farm type of food, I believe. But this is big brown building coming up on the left. Hash House A Go-Go. Bit of a tongue twister, but it's there. And by the way, if anybody's thinking, there's a Hyatt house just outskirts of the resort as well. If you couldn't do Villatel, but you're saying you're staying at the Hyatt, this will probably help you people as well, but I don't think it will. Sanctuaries across the road. I don't know what that is. I've got a feeling it's like medically, you get your doctor's notes and that for what, weed and stuff like that, green. So you can get all your medical versions of it there. This building here in front of us is empty, and I keep on saying, if they get a Walgreens in there, this end is phenomenal. It would be, you know, absolutely phenomenal if we just got a Walgreens there, because then we'd have our food place with us as well. Obviously that would probably be something like a restaurant before a Ponderosa type of thing, but I just feel like it would fit a Walgreens nicely. There is a big red, white and blue building at the back, if I can zoom you in, because I'm not going that way. Right in the middle where people are walking, that is an indoor go-kart. So if that's interesting, you want to do indoor go-kart, it is literally around the corner from the resort. Across the road, we have Sonic. It's a drive-through one, but you can walk up and order there as well and sit outside or take away, whatever way to do it. I think you can probably do it on Uber Eats and things like that as well. So, and Sonic's actually pretty good pricing, I think, for what you're getting. And it actually tastes pretty nice. I've been there, what, twice? I think my family have been there 3 or 4 times now. Here's the garage I was talking about, what seems to be 24 hours. Just around the corner from it, I believe, where I'm going to take you, is a good locals bar. Quite cheap as well. And a liquor store right next to it. There is a massage parlour, but I don't trust it when it says, no photos or videos allowed. Why? I think we all know why, naughty. But here we go, we're zooming in again. And there is Cheers Bar inside there. It's very hard to realise it's a bar unless you're looking for it. But you just look for the name Cheers, walk in the doors, and they own the liquor store next door as well. And yet again, we're right at the front of where the go-karting is as well. So you can see the front entrance is just literally there. It's a Stonewall walk. That was very easy to get to. Now I should have used the traffic lights to cross, but this road can be pretty sparse and empty if you walk a little bit further away. So I'm taking a little naughty walk across it and bringing you back out this way. Going to cut through the car park. I'm not sure what this Jesus Cristo El Senhor. I'm guessing it's some sort of church. Obviously I don't speak like a Spanish or anything, so it's hard for me to figure out what it is. Across the road we got a few shops coming up. As we zoom back in, there's a police station there as well, by the way. So if you have any problems, your police station is pretty close to you as far as I can tell, if you're allowed into that police station. These are just general shops, more for locals I would say. But they are there. We've got a smoke shop here, and obviously you can buy your cigarettes and all the vapes come up on us. Across the road is BB's America's Bank. I don't know anything about American banks, don't know if that's a big bank, small bank, but you do have a bank right across the road. So I'm going to walk you to a certain distance and then I'm going to say that's what's close and what's not close to you, if that makes any sense. So I say this is your cigarette place, where you can get all your vapes and all that stuff as well. There is a few Brazilian restaurants and that down this area down here, maybe a hairdresser's, I'm not sure, never been down there. But there's a few things that seems more Brazilian based down there than anything. If you want to buy some boots, I tell you, some boots. I can't understand the price of them, but if you want some cowboy or kid boots, they're obviously in here. Army boots, all that sort of stuff, it looks like. Kids boots. I don't get the deal. Boots, buy one pair, get 2 pairs free. I don't get how that works. I just don't think that's a sound business plan. Get back at me if you understand why, and tell me in the comments. We've got the famous Brazilian football player thing, what used to be down the other end of I-Drive, but here it is. He's now up here. There seems to be some sort of bar or restaurants down the end here. I'm not sure what it is. Someone's sitting outside. Across the road there again, loads of shops, and we'll get up to the Burger King in a minute. It's called Costco's Bakery, or something like that, or Goes to Bakery, one of them. Obviously we've got a few shops here as well, and as you can see across the road, the bus now goes past. We also have a Burger King. Now to me, I don't know to you, this is walking distance. But you've got all this here, you've got the helicopter tour here. You've got Thai Silk, a restaurant coming up on the left. And a few shops. I just think this is all walkable to me. Now, Surfside in that from here is probably from this point a 15-minute walk. And why it's like the evening like it is now, I think this is a very doable walk, hence why I'm doing it. I've done it enough. But yeah, again, there is your Burger King. Drive-through on as well, I believe. Looking like you can pick up there easily. There's your Thai restaurant. Some what I would call local shops as well, what makes sense because this end of I-Drive is only slowly becoming more of a holiday resort end, it feels like. So there's some hidden shops around the back there. I believe around the corner, when we get to Del Taco, is a Burlington's clothes store. Right, we've got another place to eat, Wingstop. Right there. And then we got the American Golf Clearance Outlet. I haven't been in there. I need to go and check these shops out there. They're definitely my type of shops. We've got an Ori tourist information center. Now I can't tell if that one's open or it's opening very, very soon. If it's already open, you might be able to get your Lynx bus passes, your as it goes past, I got trolley bus passes from there. If you didn't want to drive, you wanted to take the buses. We have another bakery. And obviously, if you like your tacos, we've got Del Taco right across the road this way. The other direction that you would get your other taco place. Famous footwear outlet, apparently get some cheap, good trainers in there. And Brewster's Real Ice Cream is just here as well next to it. I'm told it's not that cheap. I haven't been to it, so I can't say. Personally, I bought my ice cream from Walmart just to see what it's like. Now we are getting to a point when I will stop recording, so I will say it's far enough. I'm going to get you up to Denny's. Hopefully I'll get across this road because it's got 15 seconds left. You're going to have a liquor store, but why would you go to that when it's the one right near you? If the one near you didn't have something, you had barber shops and everything's in here. I have made it with 1 second to spare. Oh, Fun Spot is right down there. So right down here, where that bus is where Fun Spot is. So that's walking distance. So liquor stores and all that are there. We've got some little outside outlets. Apparently it looks like there's an Oakley store. I don't know how true that is. I didn't even know these were here. I walked past these and I didn't even know what they were. Some of them may not be here anymore, though, in fairness, the signs could be out of date. So we do have a few places around here, yeah, again, shopping wise, Brazilian steak houses. Like I said, some of these might be things I didn't even realise were here. That's absolutely crazy. Now Burlington's down the road where that blue car is, or it's blue, got sunglasses on. So that's just there if you like to do some clothes shopping. For the Perusians, there is a Perusian restaurant here. Spa and massage in here as well. So there's a lot of different shops hidden away. A boot barn is there. As I say, I'm getting very close to Denny's is where I'm going to stop. Because we're basically in International Drive where Surfside and that is. If I do continue on in that second, it's just because I'm showing you how easy it is to walk down to Surfside and that. If you was wondering the distance. We've got a Volcano hot pot and barbecue. I get confused at that place. It looks it's open, but there's clearly also a for sale sign up. So it does look like it's open, so I don't know if they're just having for lease. And there's a TJ Maxx past Burlington as well, as I had a quick look. Right here as these traffic lights we come up to, but don't always work, by the way, so you have to learn how to dance with your life, is a Dunkin' Donuts as well. But I know for a lot of you at this precise moment, this may not be walking distance for you at this point. But for me, especially when it's like late evening, early mornings, I think this is a very doable walk if you're used to walking. Now, I'm not gonna lie, today, I've had a proper lazy day, so this is very, very easy for me. Now, with this part of the traffic lights here, there is no traffic lights, just look left, make sure no cars are coming, and then just cross over. Yeah, that's correct, the traffic lights weren't working very well, so I had to turn the camera off. And if you learn the traffic lights, you know how to cross these roads. A lot of locals do it that way as well. Apparently I've talked to a local, that one goes quite a lot. I think they do need to fix it, but let's continue on. So here is a Chevron petrol garage again. As I said, Dunkin's is literally just next to it. And this is as far as I think, really, you know, if you wanted to walk, there's a Denny's across the road. As I zoom in again. But unbelievable, we ain't that far from Surfside and that. If you know this part of I Drive, I have walked you unbelievably far for this what's around the Villatel Resort one way. The other way is down to the premium outlets and that. It's a shorter walk. But I'm just wanting to prove to people that things are in walking distance for us all. Well, maybe not us all, but you know what I mean. If we zoom back out on this, obviously we've got the Congo River Golf there as well. As I said, Denny's is there. And I'm gonna take you up to the traffic lights next to Dockside and that to show you what Dockside and Surfside. Many of you know I run a Facebook group for that as well. It's called Universal Studios Endless Summers Resort. You can't miss it. It's more like a AI cartoon photo of both hotels, looking at both of them. It's a stunning photo I'm making. I've got AI to punch it up to make it more looking. I also run a Villatel Orlando group on Facebook called the Villatel Orlando Unofficial Group. Just a reminder, go and join that. A lot of it started to grow as a group. It's brilliant. As you can see on this walk, it's new saying it, walk, you got your bus stops, your links there, and slightly further, right, normally they're next to each other, so they're always quite close to each other. And if you're not sure, just use Google Maps and it'll show you the way through to all that. The only reason I decided to continue on is if you are willing to walk it, you can go to IHOP or even Red Lobsters. So across the road there is the 4 Points. The one that has the globe on the top. Wish that had LEDs in it. It looks so brilliant. And on our left, now we have Red Lobster. A lot of people said it was shutting down, but it is still here. This is to get in mid-September 2025 if you're wondering. So obviously all the things that you ever watch this in the future, you've got to remember things change and these may not all be here. So always try and plan and check. I say Google Maps is the best way. Once you've seen something, check it. It's usually very up to date to tell you if it's there or not. To our left here we have 7-Eleven. Not a petrol garage one, just a typical 7-Eleven. And Dockside Inn and Suites. So I have walked down to the Endless Summers Resorts without a problem. And I know there's been a couple of pauses, but that's more for traffic. And that hasn't stopped me doing this walk. And it's actually been a very delightful walk. And I hope you've enjoyed talking with me. I don't know if you've been talking or just listening, either way. Talking to your family members, pointing things out. And as we go further in, there is IHOP. Nice little IHOP, nice little breakfast, dinners, lunches, whatever you want. What I love about some of these places, these are like the engine grills and all that. They seem to change a lot in there, so I tend to not make notice of them. I like the staples. We have nice bushes here around us. As I said, IHOP is here. I am literally just going to walk you down here to where the traffic lights will show you Dockside and Surfside and Walgreens. Because if you want to know at this precise moment where the nearest Walgreens is, if you even had a car, I feel like just walking down this end of I Drive will help a lot of you out. This path that I've noticed a lot lately has become a jogger's path. Any second now you'll see why. But it's actually a very smart idea if you ask me. So yeah, again, I want a trolley going past, and there's IHOP. People jogging is usually a lot more, but today it's only 3. By the way, isn't that a beautiful sunset going on right now? Beautiful. I will be doing a walk from when we do traffic lights. This will stop here. I'm going to do an International Drive update tour walk. So if you want to see more of International Drive, where I walk down to a bar that I'm planning to go to on International Drive, please subscribe to Epic Phill Travels on YouTube. Press that bell notification so you know when them videos drop. As we hit the traffic light area, we are slowly getting there now. This lovely sunset in mid-September. You can see the endless summer signs coming up. To your left as well, there's a big one. It's across the road. And as I say, you can walk up that path to Universal Studios, across the road, and as the bus goes past, and another one. So it doesn't want me to show you. With Walgreens, and then you have Surfside Inn, and obviously Dockside Inn. So that is the walk from this direction down to International Drive. Hi, I'm just going to try and record with a phone, unfortunately, because the weather's turning bad and I don't want to be recording with a gimbal out on this. This is the Villatel here. As you can see, the cars going out there, that's the main route. But if you walk down this way, where the last lot of villas are here, next to the lake, by the way, that does look beautiful. But as I said, it sounds funny and it's a bit rocky. Well, you know why. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the gimbal out in this. I didn't want to risk bringing extra stuff out. I just basically, so I'm going to show you on this route quickly what's around this way. I'm running out of time on this trip, unfortunately, and now the weather, when I decided to go out in the evening because it was so muggy today that I thought I'd wait until the evening. Yep, well, the storm comes as I decided to go out. It was typical. I mean, we have flickering lights already, so you go out this door. As you can see, these lovely apartment buildings here, what people are gonna, well, there's people living in them ones, and these ones are getting built. So I'm just gonna show you a nice route, just to show you what's about. Now, obviously, I'm a bit upset that I can't record this properly, and we have earthquake cam now, but I don't know if I'm gonna get time to do this again. So, as I said, we're gonna cut through here for a start. Now, this road, once this is all built, will be a normal road. It won't be dirt like this, so do not fret about that. So sorry if I go quiet a bit here and there. Just this is obviously nothing very interesting for you here, but I need to show you the route so you fully understand. Now where I'm going, I'm meant to be going to the premium outlets. Normally I would cut across Orlando car park. Ooh, do you see that lightning? Normally I'd cut across Orlando, whatever it's called, car park, to show you. Well, no, not show you. I mean, I'm totally caught myself out there to take the shortcut to get to the outlets. I'm doing this for you. Wow. That sounded like a bomb that went off. This is probably the best part of a Villatel tour video. On the bright side, look at that there. You can see how the buildings are built. This is proper thunder and lightning. And I say I need to get to the outlets. I'm going to try and record as much as possible. So if this does change, all of a sudden, you know why. Damn, I'm not scared. That bit of thunder was, I felt, wow, I don't want to even say the words. That was scary. But it's a great walk. I think I'm starting to hear rain. As I say, I don't want to damage my phone. It's definitely starting to slowly rain. I'm a bit worried now that I won't be able to do much more. But if you go to the right down there, when Orlando's open, there's a quick route in there. It's literally 30 seconds to the left. Obviously I'm going this way. And to your right there is literally Orlando. All that building is Orlando, to give you an idea. More the lightning. But as I said, I wanted to kind of show you what's around. It was kind of annoying because there's so much to show you around this bit. And maybe I haven't got the time to do it. There's so much around us that I've got to try and get across main roads, things like that. So at this point, as much as I love being out in the storm with you, I am trying my hardest. But when it starts proper raining, I will have to stop and then continue on, maybe tomorrow through the daytime, if possible. As I say, I don't want to damage my phone. I'm going to get soaking wet out here, unfortunately. Now, if you were to go straight on here, that's Orlando, as I say, and the cinema's a bit further on. I think it's the fishing shop, what's it called, Big Bass, whatever it's called, is there. I always say cross here because there's so many traffic lights to get across the road. Freya was actually going to come on this walk with me, and so was my mum, but as I said, weather permitting, I decided they shouldn't be coming on this walk. If I get soaked, I get soaked. The rain is still just about holding off for a little bit. I don't know how far it's going to let me go. I'm seeing street lights turn off and on. It's starting to pick up. I think, unfortunately, in the next few seconds, I want to get you to the traffic lights, and I will continue on there another day with the gimbal. As you can clearly hear it, I don't know if you can hear it or not, it is starting to come down now, as I knew it would. There's nothing we can do about this, unfortunately. It's a shame. This would have been really good all in one. I want to point out though, look, there's a 7-Eleven garage there. As we get to these traffic lights that I'm going to, and then I'm going to pull my poncho hat up. I'm going to put my phone away as it starts coming down heavy. I already don't like having my phone out. I'm probably going to have to tumble dry my trainers when I get back. That's very annoying. But it's definitely a stormy night tonight. I don't know how well you can hear it. Calvin Klein signs acting something out of a horror movie. So over there is what they call, not the pound store, it's a Dollar Tree. That is over there in that area there. And I'm going to stop here and continue on. Well, it's me again. You saw the little rain dark footage from last night as I was coming out to do this area. I'm back. It's early morning before the sun decides to kill me again because it was so humid yesterday as well. So that storm was very much needed. It was a beautiful storm, and actually, funny enough, I went down to the premium outlets, got myself a new coat and that, and you'll see them in the daily vlogs. But I'm going to walk you again to where I wanted to. But now I have a little bit more time to explain stuff. Straight away, as I say, them apartments you saw from yesterday, all this building here is Desertland. You know, arcades, go-karts, trampolines, things like that, all in there. That's where it has the car museum in there as well. It's pretty cool if you want to pay to see that. I saw Capone's, what is going to be a dinner dance show sort of thing, entertainment show. That was, they were training last night, getting practicing. Now, so if you just follow this path here, or even going around the back, like I said, that will take you to the front of it. Now, off peak, I'd always say check Google what time it opens. It's usually 1 o'clock, and they'll give you the times and that. So just down here is Desertland. But as I say, I need to take you down there again. I'm going to obviously show you what's kind of nearby us, so it gives you an idea. Now, as I said, I personally think it's better crossing here if you're going down there, because it's one set of traffic lights to get to that side of the road there. If you are going to the premium outlets, this whole car park down here, cut across that to the final lot of traffic lights, and you can get to the premium outlets. I'm talking a 15-minute walk max from Villatel. Starting people maybe 20 minutes, and for me, 10 minutes. It depends on your speed. I hate when people tell you a speed of walking, and we're all different. It just depends on who you are, and if you think, I think these are easy walks. Everyone is different, and that's one thing I always point out to people. So I'm going to stop recording because there's kids going to school and I don't want to get them on the camera, so I'll have you back on in a second. People in buses, you've got the Links and the right bus stop on this side right there. Literally across the road, there's a stop there. There's multiple up and down the roads here. As you can say, this is on the roads of International Drive. You can see a 7-Eleven there. So I would say it's probably one of the better garages to go to. For once, the lights are on my side, people. So we're crossing the road. The first thing you can see here is a Tommy Hilfiger, guess, Calvin Klein shop sitting right in front of us. So if you're into them clothes, brilliant. I am going to quickly take you to this shopping area, because that is where Dollar Tree is. And if you want to buy some cheap stuff and quick stuff, Dollar Tree is clearly the place to go. Now, you could use the traffic lights here if you're not feeling secure about crossing the roads. I've been coming here for donkey's years. So I'm going to walk a bit further down here. I'm just going to quickly circle you around these shops, because there may be shops that interest you that don't interest me. I fully understand that. And I'm sure you'd like to see it. I don't know what David SW is. It could be a restaurant. I have no clue. If you know, put in the comments down below so I know in the future. Now, we are caught in a conundrum, me and my brother, next year. We're coming back out because my nephew and his mates are out here. Well, we're thinking of coming back out at this precise moment. We're not 100% sure. But if we do, we can't decide between our resort or Surfside. Surfside will make it easier for the big stuff of International Drive. It will make it easier getting to Universal Studios and back. This resort will save us loads of money on food. Instead of going out eating all the time, it's more secure, it's bigger rooms. It's the apartment, you put 3 of the Surfside rooms, 2-bedroom suites together, and they're not the size of an apartment, I would say. So, as you go, yeah, it's nice to have a nice balcony in the apartment. Obviously, I'm in a villa. If you want to check that out, you need to get over to Epic Phill, what used to be called Epic Phill Travels, but I have changed the name just to Epic Phill, because I want to do more than just travel vlogs. So the travel bit doesn't always fit in with me anymore. So I've also got to make a new intro, probably. I like making life hard for myself. Simon turned around and said, don't you play about with the Halloween Horror Events podcasting, because I'm known for changing things up. Simon forgets I've already really designed the Halloween Horror Nights podcast. But I digress. Here we are, right in front of us there, Dollar Tree, but I'll walk you around to it. Because as I say, I just want to quickly take you just around a few of these. Then we'll circle back to the traffic lights we started at, and we'll walk that way down to the premium outlets. I will time it for them traffic lights how long it takes, then you could probably put 6 minutes on top of that if you wanted to, from the Villatel, depending on what obviously part of the villa you're staying in. I'm quite near the front with the south. I would suggest, if you know the Villatel, email them, phone them, and say to them if you have a preferred location you'd like to stay in, and see if they can accommodate you. I like being near the front because we're not driving out here, so it's a lot of Ubers, a lot of driving. I'm not driving, oh my God. A lot of Ubers, a lot of walking to get to places. What doesn't bother me, because even though I'm a fat boy, 16 stone, what's quite shocking because I weighed myself yesterday. I'd like to get down to at least 14 if possible in the future, but this is not part of this, so why am I even talking about it? But I do a lot of walking. In average in England, I do 16 to 18,000 steps a day anyway, and out here I've been averaging 23 to 26,000 steps. I wear on clouds and my feet really hurt me. Now that's finished, we've got DD's discounts. What looks like kids' home shoes, babies, baths and toys for the little youngsters, men's, kids, everything's in there. 5 and below, I believe that means anything what's there is $5 and below. Staff are getting ready. That one opens quite late. We've got what looks like a sports shop what's open in here. I'm not sure if it's going to be coming here or not. There's a sign, a pinned up sign for now, but it's empty in there. Hibbett, looks like they do Nike, Jordan, New Balance. So it looks like a sports shop. You got an outlet. Hey, by the way, if you go into a wedding, say you bring a suit or something and something's wrong with it, or you forget to bring stuff, it looks like these guys have got you. They could help you out. Shoes, suits, nice clothes. So yeah, a bit posher clothes here. So if you're into more Versace style and all that, I'm not sure how real it is. Another empty unit. As we walk along, you can see it's got a nice size bar. What I'd like to call car park as well. Parking lot for the Americans, I suppose. Plenty of parking, but unfortunately it's like the UK parking. I like Walmart's parking when it's at an angle. I think it's better to get big cars in and out. What have we got here? It says it's a TJ Maxx, but it's empty. Yep, it's very empty. TJ Maxx is no longer here. I don't know how long that's been going for. But it's good to have a little look around. And obviously you've got a big Dollar Tree literally coming up as we speak. Story time. If you saw my early vlogs, you would know I do this type of tours and hardly talk. Now I can't shut up. I don't know what you prefer. I used to be quite shy at doing all this. My niece Freya yesterday was her first time vlogging. She wouldn't do it properly. She wouldn't talk. She got shy by holding the camera until I turned it on and gave it to her, and she didn't realise it was recording. And once she finished recording and realised it worked, she couldn't let go of the camera. She loved it. So that's the secret to it, see? Dollar Tree, Monday to Saturday, 9 AM to 10 PM. Sundays, 9 AM to 10 PM. It's a big Dollar Tree, I think. I think it'll do you fine in there. So you get everything you possibly need for a cheaper price if you can't get over to Walmart and that straight away. And if you're getting a flight and you don't want to go all the way to Walmart, you've got until, as I say, 10 PM. We've got a Ross Dress for Less. Isn't it weird that I've been in these? I think they're okay. I see the Americans doing it all the time. I don't know, is this like a version of Primani? It's definitely still here, but as you can tell, I'm here super early hours in the morning due to the heat and that as well, just to make it easier for me. It does have opening times of 9 to 12. Wow. That seriously is a big clothes store as well, by the way, looking inside. 9 to 12. Brilliant. We have the what I call the typical perfume world store. You can buy your perfumes in there. I don't buy them in Florida. I think it's just easier to buy them in Tenerife personally. I'm tax-free Tenerife. Just a little one for you people who don't know. I also vlog in Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Well, pretty much most of the year to us Brits feels like summer all year round. We've got a salon that looks like a nail place to me personally, but there is a salon in there as well. Got a beauty supply. Oh, Freya would love that shop. Slowly getting around to the front again. So it's not just beauty supplies, it's clothes as well. Again, another option if you want new clothes. I don't bring many clothes out with me anymore, to tell you the truth, especially when I'm staying in the resort where the washer and dryer is free to use as much as you want. I don't see the point of overpacking because I bring loads of stuff back. What is this? What is this? I don't even know if it's still there. There's nothing in there, there's no sign up. It used to be the bath, Bed Bath and Beyond. So another big unit empty there, unfortunately. But it also means when you come out here, there could be new things here. And if you're in the Villatel Orlando unofficial group on Facebook that I've opened, I think as we're recording this, we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers in a few months, what I think is brilliant. You may want to think of joining that group and updating us, because it's always good to know. We've got the Ulta Beauty, that is another cosmetic shop. I'll give you a proper look at this one at the window if I can. This is new, I've been told. And definitely, yet again, for the people who love makeup, this would be the place for you. I still don't know what that place is. I'm going to walk you back over there now, because that's a little circle around this area. I would say for most people, probably the most important thing here for you if you're on vacation, holiday, Dollar Tree and Five and Below would probably be the main two for you. And you see that just going past now, if you can see it, the blue bus is Lynx buses. The green buses are iRide trolleys. They're different companies, so you can't go on the different types of buses if you've only got one pass, say for example, iRide trolley passes or Lynx bus passes. I have Lynx bus passes, I prefer them. You seem to see more Lynx buses and they go to more places, not just international drive like the iRide trolley. So, as you can see, I'm actually already heading back to the traffic lights right there. And then David SW. I'm gonna guess a restaurant. It doesn't really tell me what it is. And it is bugging me. It has a post box outside. What are you, David SW? A jewelry shop maybe? It doesn't say anything to me. Maybe it's just an office space. I do not know. But we are here, back at the traffic lights, where we started. There is a 7-Eleven across the road. The sun is starting to rise. And for you lovely people, I'm going to forsake my sanity in this blistering heat in September. Oh look, traffic lights. Being my friend again, I can cross. Now when we're with my mum, it's a joke in the family that she's cursed with traffic lights. If she's driving or walking, they always seem to be against her. Me, the opposite. It's just gone white again, so I wonder if that traffic light's working properly. Okay, here we are, as I said, Tommy Hilfiger and Guess Here. So now we're going to go a walk from here. I'm going to get the stopwatch on my phone. Let's get this up quickly. Stopwatch is starting. I don't think you can see it, but it has started. I'm going to walk you all the way down to the premium outlets from here. And on the way back, I'm going to walk through the car park, past Desertland, to show you what I meant earlier. If you're still here, thank you very much. I just think showing you things, what's nearby a resort, is just as useful of what's in the resort. So, do you want me to walk you down here and pause until we get to the end there again, and I'll start again because there's a hell of a lot more shops down here, and I thought that might interest you. So I'm giving the choice. I'm pausing. 41 seconds and I paused it. Longer than normal. Okay, let's just walk you down here. This is a restaurant, by the way. The Texas and Brazilian steakhouse. It looks very posh in there when I went past it. First things first, obviously Tommy Hilfiger and that 30 to 70% off entire store. It usually means most of these stores, everything in it is brand stuff what's on its way out. And that's how they do the prices. First, and then we've got Skechers coming up. Skechers, my mother bought 2 pairs in there. You buy your first pair and your second pair, you get 50% off, and she did that. You don't have to, by the way, people. But you've got Skechers there. By the way, when you hear cars beeping, if you're not from America, they're not beeping you. That's how their alarm works. We have Guess and Wall Business, whoever Wall Business are. American Eagle Outfitters clearance store. And loads more clothes stores here for you. Probably more choices. I've shopped here, funny enough, at the Puma store, but I will get around to it. And I'm actually going to go back to for one more top, I think, in there. God, I do worry about my suitcase. We've got a couple of spare suitcases that we will pay for very soon. Just remember, if you're paying for suitcases, people for extras back, don't pay at the airport. Pay online a few days before you go back. It's cheaper. We've got a Calvin, we've got the toy company there. I nearly missed the toy company. And then there's Calvin Klein. For anybody who wants to buy, it looks like school uniform. We've got uniform destination coming up. We're going to go past that one, obviously. Calvin Klein, that's all here. Most of them don't have times in their windows. That's the only reason I'm not telling you the times as well. We have Carter's O'Closh clearance. About that, I had to disappear for a few seconds. Sunglasses really steamed up when it got really hot. Another perfume world. I know what you're thinking, where's the other big stores? We're going to circle around. There's more stores for you here for different types of people. We've got a sneaker store to us Brits trainers. I'm going to take myself under a little bit of shade from here, so I'm not going to walk across the car park. Oh, it's already warming up, people. We have Sports Zone. I'm not sure if it's going to be the most interesting sports shop going, but it is a sports shop. It's more American apparel, so if you're interested in American stuff, that's for you. New Balance is right here as well. Can't show you in because some of them, the windows are steaming up because of the heat outside and the aircon inside. As I said, look at that there, it's a massive Adidas store. So we've got a big Adidas store up there. We've got the Cake Factory, it's a bit like a local, not restaurant, what do you call them? Caf in the UK would be the best word. Massive Adidas store. Bigger than the one, if not, I thought it was bigger than the one at the premium outlets. If that interests you. Yet again, these type of stores up to 70% off of the stuff. Remember the word up to. You're not getting 70% off of everything. Always check. But I get confused in these shops because I try and read their sales things. And yeah, it's a big store. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. most days, and then Sundays 11 to 7. So there's your time for that. As I said, yeah, I don't get the sale prices in some of these places, and sometimes it's really good. Actually, most of the time, because I think I figure out the sale price with the percentage off, and then it's like another. I think something's like $70 to buy first hand, and I think, oh, right, I'm paying $50 for it. It's not bad. Then you go to the till and they go, $25, please, and you're like, what? Okay, not arguing. Let's get on with this. We've got Tron Religion Gym. So this is, if you didn't like the hotel gym, maybe you can join up with this big gym here and use the facilities for your time being here, for you gym people. Clearly you can see, if you know me, my big Buddha belly as I call it, that I don't need the gym. I'm a healthy specimen. It looks like it's very big, the gym as well, actually. It looks like, I'm not sure if it's taken all these spots up here. So it's a big gym. You can see there is some resorts and hotels you can get into this way nearby. So yeah, again, for people who are watching this, sometimes if you're staying in different places, you need to know. Here, as the armpits of hell have taken over me again, I'm going up the steps. Also, I don't think you want the sun glare. I believe this is a Under Armour store. It is, I can see the sign here. It's a nice big Under Armour store, called a clearance house, obviously. So that is Under Armour. Wait, it's massive because it keeps on going. It's going and going. That's a big Under Armour store, people. Wow, fantastico. Go to walk back down the steps. No, I haven't. I think there's a ramp I can walk down quickly. That would be the ramp. So for disability people, that gives you an idea. We come down the ramp and we come up to the Puma store. I still wear Puma, I just think it's so comfortable. You get some great discounts in here. Clearance footwear right now starting at $24.98 before tax. Clearance apparel 75% off. Yeah. Like t-shirts, like you got t-shirts in there, 2 for $25. 1 for 1 for $14.99, so you can grab a couple of t-shirts as well if you chose to. Hoodies, trainers, sportswear, you name it in there. Just for you people who love the American. There's the school bus. Then we come up to, I believe, is the final store. I'm not 100% sure. I think there's something here, but I've never really took. Oh, that's the restaurant in front of us. I can ignore that again. Levi's, nice size Levi's store. So if you're into your Levi's, you don't have to go that far. There's one right here. It's not the biggest store, but it's definitely a nice store to check out. And as I slowly circle us back around here to the other side of the restaurant, I will then restart the stopwatch for you. So I have restarted the stopwatch for you. Just quickly stopping here as I let it come down. We have the Nike clearance store. Now that's just past the Brazilian steakhouse, what was there. That's what was at the front of the shopping mall. This here, everything is very cheap, but you have to understand, I believe you cannot return anything once purchased. So please take that in mind. That is a proper clearance store. Right, let's continue on. As I say, there's the land right across the road there. You can't miss it. I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit across this road. Please don't do this unless you're confident enough and aware enough. The roads are very empty this time in the morning, a bit different. So we've got the Town Place Suites by the Marriott right there behind McDonald's. I prefer this McDonald's to the entertainment one. The entertainment one is great for children to go and play and you waste money upstairs. But I think the food's better in this one because it's just more of a locals McDonald's. It's also a drive-through. So if you wanted to quickly drive down there, grab your McDonald's and take it back, you have the option. All these here coming up, all these outlets, I'm not going to show you properly, but if you walk it, I promise you, all them old signs and paint up there, I thought, oh, look, it's all them old shops I've been seeing for 10 years. I walked past the other day, and they're all pretty modern inside. There's cafes and everything in there now. And I was like, hang on, this is all changed inside. It's just the outside bit at the top that needs updating, I think. Because I don't think people realise how nice they are inside now. So it's loads of different stuff. What you think's in there isn't in there, and it's really confusing. Just to point out to you, we are this close. I can see the outlets. I don't know if you can. If you're from this area or been here many a time, you probably know exactly where I am right now. And no, I am very close to the outlets. But you've got cafes, hookah bars, not hookah, I don't know how to say it properly. The one where you smoke the vape stuff. Not my type of thing, but it's also not that bad. If you're into anime world is right there. Look at that, brilliant. So for people like that is where you've got your typical Disney gift and luggage outlet thing, obviously. Something called, something bar, I can't read it, it's a very thin building. Didn't even know it was there. Something bar. The Tage Bar? The Yo Tage Bar? Different. You can even buy furniture here. So if you don't like the Villatel furniture and they don't mind you moving furniture in, you can move your furniture in. There is a barber shop here as well, coming up for the people who love cutting their hair every week. Yeah, again, another nail and lashes. We've got a Mediterranean cuisine coming up. We have a hookah lounge, as I call them, but you know what I mean, it's hookah. A tattoo parlour, another Disney store coming up. I'm a little ahead of myself staying in this right now. They're all coming up. And a few more food places just behind Disney gift outlet. We have a Brazilian restaurante, morning, a steak grill. It's always nice when people, nice. Last time I was doing a walk down a parts of I Drive, some dude from last year, you got to see it, south end of I Drive. I wasn't even recording him. Oh, you better be recording me. I was fine with that. And then he goes, because if you're recording me, where can I have fish curves? I wasn't too pleasant after that. So if you ask me if you're in a video and you see coming up, always just say to the person, do you mind not recording me? Don't get stressed, because, you know, especially in a place like Orlando, it's allowed. So always remember that in public spaces. I've been caught on loads of videos before. I think I was caught on Rickflix a couple of weeks ago on live. Affinity Vision is there. We got a chemist, a pizza and pasta, a Idros salon, another anime village, a jewelry store for the people who love their jewelry. Something called, is it Photos or Faux 16 Express? Vietnamese cuisine. Laugh me when I say that properly. And then finally a drive-through Taco Bell. And why am I saying finally? Because I am walking what I call slow for me. Just so you could look at some of this stuff. And as I slowly pan the camera around, you can see the Oak Ridge sign. What means one thing only. I am at the traffic lights. That across the road is the Premium Outlets. Now, due to the rain last night, you can see this path here gets very wet. Hence why I usually come over from that side. Let's get through the big puddle. But the traffic lights here, you know what I think of the American traffic light system. I can't stand it. But I'm going to stop here, look at my watch. It is saying, as I finish that, I've got to get my stopwatch up now. We are on stop. And if you can see it, I don't know if you can, it's 6 minutes and 32 seconds from back there. So as I'm saying, it's a 15-20 minute, I'm going to say 25-minute walk, just down to the Premium Outlets if you want to do it. And if you don't want to walk it, I've proved to you, if you haven't got a car, there's bus stops outside as well. But for me, that's an easy walk. Take what I call the worst traffic light system in the world across the road, because it is so low at changing. You can stand here for 4 to 5 minutes just for them to reset, because their traffic lights are not on a sensor system like I'm used to where I live. So they can tell by traffic when they need to change. So for example, there's loads of traffic here. You would let that side go now because that's got the most traffic, instead of just waiting for it to circle around. So there you go. So you have to stand here with the traffic lights. You press a button and then you just have to wait for 6 hours for it to change. But as I said, people, that is a simple route to the Premium Outlets in my opinion. We've seen the other route, what goes down that side of International Drive, and I personally think there's loads of choice around you to food, just enough places, restaurants and food and that, and drinks. I am just going to take you across this area now, past Desertland, and show you what's there as well. Okay, we're across the traffic lights. Now I'm going to point something out to some of you. You see these here? These scooters, if it has lime and that on them, you can use the Uber app and go up and down International Drive if you don't want to get a proper Uber. They're easy to use in my opinion. I use them all the time, but I actually have a very expensive e-scooter as well at home. I'm going to cut you into here now, but as I was saying about them, you can use them to get up and down here quicker. I think about 6 minutes costs about $4. It depends how quick you are. When I'm down the other end of I Drive at Surfside to get back to the Villatel, I just park it outside the Villatel main entrance area. It's usually been costing me $4 to $5, and it's been making the journey a lot quicker if you choose to. So these are other options for you. So as we pan around one more time, Premium Outlets, shopping, Desertland and Base Shop, whatever it's called. And literally just over there as I walk you back to prove it. And I'm going to time it from here to the front gate. So if you really want to know, let's find out. Yet again, let's get the stopwatch ready. It's restarted. And we're off. As you can see, it's another lovely, beautiful day in Florida. One thing I will say to you people, who I see in a lot of Facebook groups, people worried about weather because they look at the apps. These apps, when they tell you every day looks like it's raining now, what that means is there could be a rain spell. It could be a whole day, but most of the time, it could be a 20-minute rainstorm. It could be an hour rainstorm. Last night, around 7 o'clock, 7 to 8:30, there was a rainstorm, and then it was over again. Most of the day, it's like this. So the apps, you have to be careful. What you should do on the days, if you know how to use the apps, is press on it and it will tell you more information, like storms coming in the afternoon. And then if you know how to use the radar thing while you're out here on your apps, it will show you if the storms are going to go over your area, because it's not just saying your area. You could be at Disney World and it can be raining at Universal, vice versa. It's a massive place. I've done it loads of times. Okay, we are cutting, as I say, across the parking lot. Plenty of parking space. We are coming up to a place I actually did a quick recording and tour of with Freya. It was quite funny because it was with Freya, so I couldn't do it as serious as I wanted to, but it was a nice way to do something with family and a little bit different. And I don't know if people prefer that, so if you go and see that stuff, go and check them out. Tell me what you prefer. Me and me, I love doing things like in Tenerife with my mate Danny, Simon and Junior. I love having people with me on vlogs because you bounce off of each other. I mean, as you can clearly see, I'm talking for England right now and I don't stop. We've got eight, but then I muck up my words. Outdoor World, what is Best Bass Pro and something, isn't it? For you fishermen. I love the little touches here as well. You've got to look down at in a second. I'll bring you to it. So the crossing here isn't just white and black. It's fishy. Just the little things. So the is the base something shop, I don't remember. Base Pro shop, so Outdoor World. And if you want to see things like real guns, they've got them in there, plenty of them. But if you're a fisherman or something, this place is heaven for you. Absolute heaven. Thank God I'm in the shade as well, because that's the big thing I've noticed this year as well. When you're in the shade, it's so comfortable and easy. Want to buy a boat? We've got you covered, people. We've got you covered. Right here are the boats you can buy. Plenty more out there, so you can buy yourself a boat as well. I'm sure if you're here for 2 weeks, the first thing you're going to do is buy a boat. So this ain't useful for people like that. So say this is more, this part here is just to show you how easy I think and how quick it is to get back to the Villatel Orlando Resort. Villatel, if you ever watch this, I think you owe me one, because I'm constantly made these videos more informative than a lot of YouTubers who just run around, pretend they're super overexcited for 5 minutes. But they don't really tell you anything about the resort and help out people from abroad that what these resorts need, because a lot of us like details from abroad as well. Because I do like them vlogs when people are running around, by the way, but I also know this is just as useful doing different things like this. And I think it helps me to tell out as well, because a lot of people have said to me, is there anything nearby? I'm proving, well, my personal opinion, there is. The question is, do you think there's enough nearby? And remember, this area is going to keep on building up as these new housing places for people to live come here. This end of the I-Drive, I think it's going to get bigger and better. There's the land! As we speak, there it is. I mean, a lot of this stuff is so close to each other, you don't realise. Leaf blower is outside, if you can hear him. Massive desert land is, absolutely massive. I've nearly circled you round. I didn't do this with the other route. I've circled you round because I wanted to show you a shortcut. So you see, that's the car park I cut across. Then I come down this path. Loads of parking as well. Desertlands are definitely a lot more fun and busy on weekends, especially off-peak. I will point that out. You get some good deals when there's off-peak if you go in there. Do a little bit bartering. If they say their prices, you go, well, there's no one here. And you just basically pretend you're going to go away. Sometimes they give in to you, sometimes they don't. It's potluck. That says Legends of Restaurant and Lounge, but I know that's Capone's going in there. What's a dinner show? I think that's all Capone's now, so things what used to be outside is a little different to what it used to be. How long Capone survives? Well, that depends if the big Orlando vloggers come out here and vlog it, and you get to see inside it, and then maybe people do it, and I hope it does well. Where's I can already see the 7-Eleven, it's there. I'm just gonna have a look at the thing. It's about 5 minutes in already, and we're getting very close to the Villatel, so I think another 10 minutes from here possible. I do want to stop the recording because I think this bit here is boring to you. But if I stop it, some people are going to question me and say, did it really take that time? Did you stop the stopwatch? I mean, if you're watching, you can just go back and do the same yourself by looking at the time. So I think this helps out a little bit more for people who may not be that overconfident to do the walking, thinking it's further than I'm making out. As I record this, I think we're a couple of days away from my friends Andrew and Laura and their father, well, his father, Garvey, I should say, who Lydia and all them lot coming out here for their long break while their bar in Tenerife shuts down to be rebuilt into a bigger bar. It's pretty cool, to tell you the truth. I think they'll have a fantastic time out here. Andrew's a massive YouTuber. I'm just like a speck compared to him. And any YouTuber who started after me, some of them said they started after me, and yeah, they've grown bigger than me. Some people think I get jealous. Let me put the camera on me. I don't get jealous. I'm actually happy for everyone. If you get bigger than me, well done. If I have a massive growth as well, my God, that sounded wrong. But if I grew on YouTube and also to go over you, I'd hope to think you'd be happy for me as well. I don't get this competition thing on YouTube and that. I just do it for fun. If it grows into something amazing on this channel, I'm over the moon. If it doesn't, life goes on, doesn't it? It's just a hobby to start with. And then if it grew massive like the Night Strider had done it, I'd love that too. I'm not gonna lie, of course I would. But at the same time, I started this for memories, and that's why I make daily diaries as well. Because for years I can go back and look at all this stuff, especially when I'm super old. I can go back and look and enjoy it all. And as you can see though, we are back at these apartments in the night video where we had the thunder and lightning. I was walking past, across the roads. Feel the quiet vibe around here. It's pretty much like that all day. Normally I'd cut across the car park. Not everyone wants to do that. Some people like sticking to the paths. Or as I say for our American, sidewalk. As I pointed out in the earlier video, there is a route out of Desertland just around the corner there. Then you can cut off straight down here. You don't have to walk around the front route. That does help. And that's also the same to get into Desertland. I am going to cross the road though because I'm going to hit some shade. There we go. So all these are getting built. I'm not sure. I'd like to presume definitely by next year, the time I'm out here, they will all be built and people living in them. They should look like that. Why did I go quiet? Listen. The excitement of the theme parks, the noise of iDrive. But here, when you just need that relaxing moment, this is another reason why the Villatel could be the home for you. I don't know if you can hear my breathing, because I haven't been very quiet, but I'm quite a heavy breather. I'm a mouth breather, not a nose breather. Breezer, wow. I hate when I get words wrong like that. Hate it. I think it's what makes you laugh. Also, I need a drink, so I think that's what's happening. I don't know if you can tell in front of me, there is the front gates for the Villatel Orlando coming up. There's a bit of a road here, it's all muddy and that's because they're building this. Once it's all built, the road will be redone and it will be perfect. Also, I point out the Villatel on this video as well. They do have a free shuttle service. You have to book online, where it takes you to Disney World and Universal Studios. It doesn't take you straight to Epic Universe. You have to go to City Walk, and then get on a bus from there to City Walk to Epic Universe. So always time that in as well. The other option, as if you've seen the video, walk down to Surfside or get a bus down to Surfside if you want. Get on the Surfside bus to Epic Universe. Vice versa if you want to go to City Walk. Plenty of options. Or if you're driving or Uber, they're drivers. Or a lift out here as well. Also in the Uber app, you can, every once in a while, you can get like a 3 month, 4 months free, or gets you discounts. Always check that out for the premium thing. Put it on like the day before you come out here or something. Bada bing, bada boom. Cheapest guy in the room, how you doing? There's our lake. I've been watching stonks. I've been seeing fish in here. I've not seen any gators, if anybody's wondering that. Some nice little ducks down there. Feels like I'm back home. Nice birds. I'm not sure what all birds are now called. I'm not smart, people. I'm not smart. I even stopped for a few seconds for timing. Here is the front gate where you put the code in. You can't get back in without a code. Remember that. I'm not going to record the code, but I am going to again get rid of that, get my timer back up, and you can see as I stop it now, 12 minutes that took me to walk from the premium outlets back. And then you will put your code in here, beep, 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 and the door would open. Put the code in, the door opens, the door closes, and the door is now firmly locked. And as I said earlier, to get out, press the green button. And we are back in the Villatel Orlando Resort. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is the tour of what's around the Villatel Orlando Resort. Now, is this the place for you or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like these type of videos as well? I personally, I'm going to keep on doing them because I think if more people did this, when I'm booking places, I'd like to know what's around it as well. I love to see inside it, but I like to know what's nearby. But if you've got this far, oh, big up to you all there, because that is fantastic. Now, I love it here, and I am tempted to come and stay here again. And if I do come stay here again, it'll be a 2-bedroom condo, and I'll record that next year. So people, if you've watched here and you want all this, can you just do me one big favor, and it's all going to be bundled into one thing. Could you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? It's free after all. Press the bell notification so if you want to watch more of these videos, you know when they drop. Then like and hype the videos. Hype is a new thing on YouTube, or it won't be new when this comes out. Where if you hype the video, it helps small creators like myself get up the table and the videos pushed out more. What will help more people, in my opinion. Obviously, comment down below because that helps push videos as well. And I love interacting with you all. And as always, thanks for watching and stay epic.